Hey everyone, it's MeloCat. Today, the topic is a little bit heavy. It's based on a piece of news that came out, which I saw on multiple platforms today. It's about cat shelves. Yeah, cat furniture. So I live in Hong Kong, and basically we have smaller places than most people. So more and more people are starting to make use of the vertical wall space so that the cats can have a better life. As you probably know, cats like that vertical real estate, which is right because they're tree climbers, right? Naturally. So there was a family in Hong Kong where the parent had the best intention and thought, you know what? I'm going to put like a TV unit, but the TV unit is mounted to the wall. And that's quite common for Hong Kong. Basically, it's like a unit that's mounted to the wall for security, for a lot of things. And it's supposed to save space because you don't need like an outright unit. It's just becomes part of the wall, I guess. And what happened is that, according to that piece of news, if I didn't interpret incorrectly, it's saying that they hired a company to do it, and that company was in charge of renovations. And what happens is that that wall, instead of using an expanding anchor bolt, 爆炸螺絲, which is what I use for all, if not most of the stuff that you see on my walls, because the walls in Hong Kong, it's concrete. So to attach anything to it, it's really hard. If you've seen my previous videos trying to drill into my wall, it requires like a jackhammer. It's not the same drills that you use in North America because to drill through concrete is kind of difficult. So we use something called an expanding anchoring bolt. And what happens is that it basically goes into the wall and it basically expands. So it can stay in there. And those can usually take a lot of weight and it's very secure. Just to give you an idea, each one of my pegs, the circular ones right there, those ones, there's at least 3 to 5 inside each one of them. And you've probably seen in my previous videos, I check up on them every now and then just to make sure that there's nothing wiggling. And you've probably seen in my previous videos when one fell and I had to get rid of it and fix it immediately, because these things are solid wood. So imagine when something this small falls on you. I'm talking about like maybe 4 or 5 kilograms. Concussion, if it's on a cat, hello, it means like a lot of damage or even death. So that's always something that I can't stress enough of. So in this news article, I saw the whole wall unit basically just fell as if someone hung a painting on the wall and it just slammed on the cat and it killed the cat. The cat's name is called Apple. From what I saw, it's a cat that this family had since it was a baby. So yeah, and over the Rainbow Bridge, Abo goes. And this stuff could have been prevented. And they are now talking about how the company is apologizing, how safety standards have never been an issue, and this is unprecedented, blah, blah, blah. But in my opinion, I think this stuff can all be prevented. When it comes to life and death like this, when it comes to stuff falling on people's heads or slamming on animals' bodies, everyone, please, 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 do not underestimate the damage and the force and the wear and tear of these things. Because when accidents happen, it's not as simple as just, oops, somebody dies. And in this case, yeah, rest in peace, Abo. So what I want to say is, for those of you who like to DIY, who like to hire outside companies to do it, please do your homework and know what is involved. Please. It sounds very OCD in that I might be like some overprotective, overcaring helicopter parent, but no, when it comes to safety, this is non-negotiable. It's not redundant. Do your homework. It's a good learning process. If you're DIYing it, even more so. But if you're hiring someone, that way you can make sure they're doing everything that is needed so that these installations are safe and that this will not happen. More importantly, hire a company that has love for animals and also some sense about what it takes to keep animals safe. That is very important, because from what I read in this news article is that initially, allegedly, they didn't really take it too seriously, and they just brushed it off and said, oh, we'll just get you a new unit, so what? So it kind of gives the feeling that they don't really care about animals and the fact that they died. That says a lot. I don't know, that just makes me really cringe. And I thought, it's just those things. So when you hire contractors, when you hire these companies, read between the lines, get a feel to see where they stand when it comes to safety. And don't even get me started when it comes to products or companies that make things that look flamboyant, they look fancy, they look cool in concept, but it's just a complete show in real life. It just gets you to pull out your wallet, but they don't have any of the other practical uses, safety, all these things in consideration. Separate video on that one, but do watch out for those as well. I'm gonna put the news article and the other stuff that I see in the description so you guys can see the exact story and stuff. But yeah, this is a very heavy video, but I just thought I should get it out there because a lot of us are starting to revamp our houses for our cats and our animals, and I thought this is something that we can't just brush off. Anyway, everyone, stay safe, stay well, stay inquisitive. But yeah, if you have anything, Big Sister MeloCat's always here. All right, see you guys later. Always know what kind of wall your installations are going into. Don't just take people's words for it. Do your homework, put in sensors, knock on it, ask professionals. What kind of walls you're attaching these things to is very important, because these things, they dash on and off of. If they do it once, it's probably nothing. But if they do it day in and day out, that adds up, okay? And the more cats you have, the fatter they are, the more active they are, and the more time elapsed, the more you have to pay attention to these. I check on these, as I said, in a very, very OCD manner, pretty much a couple times, 3 times a week. Structural integrity when it comes to these things, really shake it, touch it, feel it, test it. You never know. There's always wear and tear, and a lot of these things are really unprecedented.